Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another coffee talk this week. So, today I wanted to talk about disappointment because I believe disappointment is such an important aspect of life and business that people don't really maybe understand. Hello, Diana, welcome. I don't think people really know how to navigate disappointment. I don't think people know the blessings of disappointment. So, buona ceti. So, I just wanted to kind of start the conversation and see where it goes. I received some awesome questions, and in the future, when you want to ask me something, make sure your question is very specific because this way I can really answer it. As I saw, a lot of people don't know how exactly to word their question. They don't know what exactly they want and how they want it. And this is a very big thing because I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just mentioning this because in life, most people don't know what they want, don't know what they need. And if they don't know what they want and what they need, of course, they don't know how to solve that because the first step of everything is know what you want. Like, get clear on what exactly do you want. Hello, Alexandra. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that today was sunny. I was outside. I got a little bit of red in my cheeks. I was really happy for this awesome weather. Okay, the question that I received that I loved the most was from Laura, and she asked, how to deal with your self-disappointment when you put too much on your plate and expect the best from yourself. And you do very well, but not perfect. Look at my hair. Not perfect. And you feel disappointed, although it's not the case. In exterior eyes, you're a success. But in your eyes, you feel like you could have done a little bit better. You could have done perfect. Why didn't you? What's wrong? Watching you with the kids, Jacob knows you already. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. So what do we do when we put ourselves, we have high expectations, we meet, let's say, our expectations to 90%, but we don't do it quite perfectly? Why do we feel not so happy about ourselves? Well, it stems from what is the fear? What does that say about you? So whenever we have high expectations about something in life or in business, let's say we want a certain outcome and we kind of plan on how to get that outcome. We're going to do this and that and this and that, and then we're going to be worthy of receiving that outcome, whatever that outcome is. Well, when we try to do action-based tasks, like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and we focus on getting that done, all of it. Sometimes, let me use an example because I think if we talk on an example, it's easier to understand. Let's say I want to have 5 new clients next month. That's my desired outcome. And then I create a plan. Well, in order for me to have 5 clients, my mind tells me I should talk to 20 people. I should promote my service every day on Facebook and Instagram. I should write an email to my list. I should talk to my friends to see who might need this. Like, I kind of come up with a couple of steps that could get me to that desired outcome. And then the day comes when I'm supposed to start this strategy and I don't feel like it. And I'm like, I don't feel like talking to 20 people. I don't feel like emailing people. I don't feel like doing this and doing that. So I don't. And then in the end, the whole week passes. Let's say I've done certain tasks, not all of it on my list. Instead of 5 clients, I got 4 clients. So it's still good. Like, I'm still really awesome, but I feel bad because I know I could have done more. And maybe if I would have done that, I would have gotten 5 clients instead of 4. I could have accomplished my goal. So on this example, the disappointment comes from myself because I didn't do all the things I knew I had to do in order to achieve my goal. But here is where the mind comes into play. Those things that I put on paper that I have to do, those are just one way of receiving what you really want. If you plan your goals and everything on, okay, these are some things that I can do, and this is the things that I want the universe, God, to take care of for me because I cannot control certain things, then I kind of allow the unlimited ways for clients, money, wellness, whatever, to come my way. But if I only focus on what I know, again, our mind operates from the past. Our mind cannot foresee the future. Our mind only tells you what you've learned from your past experience. And that's why it's so limited. The mind is limited to past experiences, and that's it. Cannot bring up new experiences. But when you let go of your need to control, when you let go of pushing yourself to do the things you should do, that your mind tells you that you should do, then you stop limiting yourself. You're like, okay, God, universe, whatever you believe in, or whatever you call the higher power, tell me, guide me into achieving my goal. I have a few ideas of what I want to do, and here comes another thing that I teach my clients. Don't force yourself to do the things that don't feel good to you. Don't force yourself to do certain actions because they're on your list if you don't feel like wanting to do them. Because even if you do those actions and your mind kind of quiets down for a bit, she's like, okay, done, it won't bring results, because everything is energy. So in our life, we exchange energy. Whatever we put in comes back to us. So when you do a task because you have to do it with an energy of, I cannot wait to get done with this because I don't really want to do this, then what's the energy you send into the universe? Do you send an energy of, oh, I'm so happy, please come back to me? Or do you send an energy of, I just want to get rid of this, I don't ever want to do this again, but I have to do it? So it matters the energy behind each action. So this is why, even if you have like 20 tasks on your list that you brainstorm, use that as a brainstorming sheet of paper, not as a must do to accomplish your goal. It's just a recipe you could follow if you want to. And then every day sit with yourself and ask the spirit in you, guide me. Which of these things I want to do because they would make me feel good doing it? And if there's nothing on your list, then ask yourself, what else can I do then? Maybe this list is not a good list to begin with. So I kind of went a little bit extra on the manifesting and how the universe works instead of just talking about disappointment. But the disappointment comes from our own, limiting beliefs, our own limiting view of the things. We're disappointed in ourselves because we believe that if we would have been perfect, we would have allowed whatever we wanted to come to us. We don't feel worthy. So a thing that I'm teaching in my new course is, how exactly do we receive our goals? So it has to do with resistance, and it has to do with allowing. So first of all, we have to figure out the limiting things that we are resisting the outcome. And the second is if we feel worthy, how we allow things in our life. And just to give you a small example, let's say right now somebody's knocking on your door. Would you allow that person to come in instantly? Or would you be like, fuck, I like the living room is not vacuumed. Oh my God, there's glasses everywhere. Oh my God, my kid did that on the floor. I have to clean this up. I cannot let somebody come in right now. They will judge me if they come in right now. So I have to tidy up a little bit and then open the door for somebody to come in. That's kind of how we do with everything, with all our goals. We're not ready for them to come to us unless we feel ready, unless everything is perfect and we're like, yep, I can open the door now. Come in, look how awesome my house is. But if we wait for all the things to be perfect in our environment, then imagine how hard can our goals come to us, because there's only a small window when everything is perfect in our life, when we feel worthy of receiving. It doesn't happen every day, because based on our mind, we're not perfect every day. Our house is not perfect every single moment. So we have to program, schedule. Let's schedule a meeting for 5 p.m. on a Friday, because by that time I will be ready to allow you to come in. So disappointment comes from a fear of not being worthy. I don't feel worthy for receiving what I really, really want because I didn't do my part. If I would have done my part, then I would have been open to receiving everything. So there's like a spin of limits and blockages here that go hand in hand, and that's why it's so hard to manifest everything that you want, because it's not just one thing. I do this and I will manifest what I want. No, it's like it goes in layers. It goes in so many deep layers, and as you understand the psychic, as you understand like your psychology and how exactly your mind and your body and your emotions work, you kind of are able to pinpoint those things. And even when you do pinpoint those things and you know how to manifest what you want, there's still layers of energetic income or energetic success, let's say. It's not the same thing for somebody from US, let's say, to apply the same strategy with the same person from Romania to apply the same strategy, because both of them have been exposed to a different income level throughout their life. So what for somebody in US, $2,000 might seem like a normal paycheck, from somebody in Romania might seem like, oh my God, that's like a dream come true. So because there's a different way of seeing value, that's why we cannot all manifest the same amounts of money, even though we apply the same strategy. We do increase our income level each time we do it, but we have different starting points. So that's why there's a discrepancy of what some people can manifest and other people cannot. But with practice, they can raise themselves to a level in which they, it's like level after level. I know one of my mentors was asked at one point, how did you manifest $1 million in your new launch? And she said, well, I went from 700,000 to 1 million. I didn't went from 0 to 1 million. It was just the next step for me. It was not something extraordinary for me. I didn't double my income. I just, increased it like 30% or something. So that's how we grow. We don't go from 0 to super high. We grow in installments. We grow in energetic levels, and usually you can grow about 2-3 stages at once, depending on how focused you are and how diligent you are with whatever you're practicing. So I hope I made like kind of an introduction in what I really do, like the deep stuff that I really teach, and the way we control our mind and our emotions. So I hope I answered Laura's question. Let me know in the comment. So I know Bianca commented, I think with time you learn how you feel this and how you react about yourself. I had this problem, I overcome it. Honestly, I don't think anybody overcomes being disappointed. I don't think that's a reality that exists, to be really honest with you. I think all the people who strive to be better and all the people who constantly improve themselves, I think they will always have some sort of small disappointment when they don't reach what they really want in the time frame that they really want. And I think that's a normal thing to experience. I never tell people to run away from certain feelings. I never tell people you should never feel disappointed, you should never feel sad, you should never feel angry. Every single emotion has its place. Every single emotion is important. The only difference is how long do you stay in that state of emotion? How long? Do you stay for 50 minutes, for 5 days, for a week, for a month? How long do you stay in that emotion? Because staying too long in a negative emotion creates a weaker immune system, creates negative thoughts, which then creates negative habits and then creates your negative reality. So you don't want to linger in a negative emotion for too long. You don't want to beat yourself for too long, but it's okay for you to experiment that emotion for like a couple of minutes and just, cry it out, or go sweat it at the gym, or just release it in a positive way. With time, we become better. Of course we do. Everything, life improves all the time, even if we do anything about it or not. Everybody's life improves. But if you want it to improve exponentially, then you do something about it. But if you look at everybody, like look at your parents or like other people, even if they know or they don't know like about positivity and mindset and all those things, their life still improved year after year. But let's say 10% or 5% it improves. But it improved constantly, because that's how the whole universe works. Like we constantly improve even if you're aware of it or we're not aware of it. But when we consciously choose to improve our life, then huge huge things happen and we can see them. We can see the exponential growth instead of just a 5-10% growth. Okay, so another question that I received: how to develop a habit of saving dollars and how to sell one's skills online, as this is basically the only commodity available to sell under lockdown. And I've asked her if she's disappointed because she's not having now savings, or because she doesn't know how to sell her services online. And Madalena said, kind of, but I'm also sure I don't have to be so harsh on myself, as no one could predict what was coming. That's awesome. That's a great place to be in, not beating yourself up for not protecting yourself better. And to answer your how do you build a habit, well, you get to know yourself. Why don't you save right now? Do you not save money right now because in your mind, I make too little to be able to put 10% aside? Or what's the other reason? Because based on that, you know where to work on. You need to work on your mindset, or you need to work on simply the habit of taking money and put them in another account, which you can use Revolut for. I talked about yesterday how you can just automate payments. Maybe there are other, banks that do that, like normal banks, that you can just automate payments and then put 10% of every single, thing that comes into your account, put it in another separate account. So you figure out if that's what you need, like an automated payment system to just take money from your account and put it in a different account, do that. It all depends on what's stopping you from saving money right now. What's the reason that stops you? And then once you figure that out, take action on it. And voila, you start doing it. Even if it's just like $5 a month. If $5 a month is your 10%, save it. It's not too little. Everybody starts somewhere, and then that's how you evolve and you grow. As for how to sell one skills online, well, again, depends. Sorry, my battery. It depends on what skills do you have. I cannot give you an answer based on any skill out there. Depending on what skills do you have in an offline world, I could guide you into how you could sell it in an online world. So if you want, just let me know what skill exactly do you want to sell online, and how did you sell it offline so far? What did you do offline? And see how we can move online. And of course, here is a huge topic to talk about. When I coach my clients I have a course called From Idea to Profit, where we actually go into every single reason why people are not making the money they desire in their business. And one of the reasons is they don't have the research. People just come up with a skill or come up with a product and they're like, I'm just gonna advertise it and money will come to me. That's not how it works. You need to find the solution that you're solving through your skill or to your product that people need, a real solution that people want. 2, you need to find the people, like who's your target market that has this problem, that wants to pay for the solution of the problem. Because I might have that problem, but for me, it might not be important to solve it right now. So I'm not the target market. So you really need to do the research to know who's what. And then make sure that when you sell your offer, your skill, your product, you use words that your target audience uses. You need to be a mirror of who they are in order for them to feel like, oh my God, that's exactly what I need. I'm gonna buy it. So it's more complicated than just a simple answer, put it online and you will make money. If that would be that easy, like again, as I said yesterday, everybody will be a millionaire because, well, you can sell pretty much anything online. But there's more and more wheels to this machine. Next. Another person said, don't have overly high expectations and you won't have the disappointment. Be a pessimistic optimist. And here I have something to say about it. I don't believe in that. I don't believe you need to have smaller goals in order to not feel disappointment, in order for disappointment not to reach you. I think that's a very limited way to look at the world. Because if you don't ask for more, how can you expect to reach that? As I said in my previous example, if you don't ask for 5 clients and you get 4, if you only ask for 3 and you get 3, is it better or worse? Most people are like, well, it's better because I said I wanted 3 and I created 3, so I'm awesome. But I'm like, the person who said they want 5 and they created 4, didn't they win at it? They didn't accomplish their goal on paper, But when you look at it from the distance, they have 4 clients instead of 3. They made more money. They helped more people. So who's the one who's winning? And that's why I always tell people, don't settle for what's realistic. Don't settle for what you believe it's easy to achieve. Always push yourself. And the pushing is not because you need to prove to somebody, even to yourself, that you're worthy of that, that you're good enough to receive that. It's just for you to have something to kind of look up to. Hey, I would like to create that. And even if I don't get there, I will still be in a close proximity to it, which is, again, something that I really want. So why we don't need to be very rigid about, oh, if I don't achieve exactly what I said I will achieve, then I'm not good enough, then I don't deserve what I want, then I'm a bad person, then I'm a stupid person, then I'm who knows what the things people say in their heads. So if we stop that negative self-talk and we just enjoy the journey, then imagine the expansion. Plus, if your goals don't excite you and scare you at the same time, they're not really goals. They're just things. They're just ideas. Yeah, that'll be nice. But the people who changed this world, they didn't have nice thoughts. They didn't have nice ideas. They had crazy ideas, crazy goals that people laughed at when they heard those. And they didn't say, like, for example, look at Bill Gates. He said that he will cure polio in I don't know how many years. That was his statement. And he put a lot of research and a lot of money, and he didn't cure polio. But he managed to go from I don't know how many cases. Maybe you saw his documentary on Netflix. But he managed to cut the polio pandemic to a very, very minimum. But he didn't cure it. And his goal was to cure it. And you can be like, if he didn't do it and he made it public that he will do it, then he's not good of anything. Like, he's just big talk and no results. But in the end, in 8 years or how long he worked on this goal, did he achieve a big thing in the world? Did he make a big impact? Does it matter that he didn't finish it completely? Because if he wouldn't started this at all, because he'll be like, it's impossible, I'm not even gonna start it, because if I'm not gonna finish it perfectly, it's not worth me starting it. If he would have done that, how many people would have died of polio, of other diseases? How many people? A lot of people. But because he had a crazy dream, he worked day and night to find a solution, to find solutions constantly, he was able to achieve a huge result. Not the result he wanted, but still a huge result. And when we look from the outside in, that's what matters, not our ego. Our ego comes from that we need to make sure we reach our goals exactly how we set them, because otherwise, and then we have our negative self-talk, what it means if you say something and you don't accomplish it. And I think that's why a lot of people are afraid to say what they want, because they're afraid that if they don't accomplish that, everybody who saw that statement will be like, see, you said you will accomplish that and you didn't. You're nothing. Nobody will ever believe you. You're a dreamer. Who knows what fears you have in your mind that people will say. And that's why a lot of people don't say what they want. They keep it to themselves. They're like, I'm afraid to even say what I want. And I have people that in my coaching practice, when I ask them point blank, what do you really want? They don't tell me. They just go like this and this. And I'm like, no, tell me, what do you really want? That really want. Don't just sugarcoat me how you sugarcoat yourself. Like, tell me point blank, what do you really want? And why do you want that? And what scares you to even say it out loud? Because if you cannot say it out loud, then imagine how hard it is to actually make it happen. And I'm not saying that you have to share your goals with everybody. I don't share my goals with everybody. I share my goals with only people who are worthy of hearing them. And I mean that, and again, Brené Brown talks about this, how not everybody deserves to know who you are. Not everybody. There are certain people who don't deserve to know who you are because they're not going to say anything positive about you. So don't share your dreams with those people. But do share them with people who will understand what you're about. And another thing about friends, in our first 2-3 years of business, when, well, all your friends. Like, we started our business when we were in college, and the second time we started different businesses, it was after we graduated, when I started my coaching practice. And all our friends at that time were people from high school and college. We didn't have other friends, just, people our age. And nobody had the same dreams as we had. Nobody. We were the only crazy ones, stupid, that people consider us stupid and irresponsible, and we will never accomplish what we really want, and we should get a job, and we should go to get our master's degree, and all the things we heard for a year at least from the people around us. So we surrounded ourselves with people in business, and those people were in different countries. I have friends from all over the world who have businesses because they are the only ones who knew what I was going through, who knew the fears, the problems, the desire, the crazy dreams. They were like, yes, I have the same crazy dreams, let's do it together. Instead of telling the same dream to a friend from high school or a friend from college, they would be like, what? Really? That's not possible. Nah, you cannot do that. And I'll be so angry. I'll be like, yes, I can do it, and I will prove it to you. So that's why, for years I didn't have close friends from high school and college, because they didn't share my passions, they didn't share my belief system, they didn't share my dreams. And I was like, I cannot tell you anything because you don't get it. You simply don't get it. The things I want to see in this world and the things I want to create in this world are things you never thought possible. And I want to surround myself with people who not only know they're possible, they're trying to do the same thing as I am. So this is something that I wish for all of you. I wish to surround yourself with people who want to achieve greatness in every area of their lives. And don't settle for what is. Yes, it's okay to have friends that you've met 20 years ago, but don't share with them certain things that they might judge you on. Don't share with them your huge dreams they are afraid to pursue themselves, because they will not be there for you to support you or encourage you, because their own fears, they will tell you their own fears, because that's how they will want to protect you. And they'll be like, I don't think that's really good for you. I think you should reconsider that. And they do that with love. They don't do it because they want something bad for you. That's just the way they want to protect you. So in order for you to go through that, just make sure whatever goals you have, you share with the right people that are on the same page as you and are in the same pursuit as you are. So that's why I always kind of, go into awesome groups, join courses, join groups of people that are like you, where they talk like you, they have the same desires as you, they have the same challenges as you. So you don't feel like you're the only weird one in this world. You don't feel like you're the only one that wants something else. And another thing that I didn't answer yet, Bianca also asked that she's disappointed that people are reading all the wrong information, that they panic and they fear, and she's the one who needs to calm them down and all that, and disappointed that maybe she doesn't have enough energy to be able to help everybody, and maybe frustrated that people, buy into all the panic and craziness out there instead of just minding their own positivity and their own business. So here, the thing is, one, you're not the savior. So you don't need to save anybody. Everybody is their own creator. They have their own reality that they create. And it's not our job to interfere and feel the pressure to point them in the right direction. I do that, but people pay me for that because people want me to help them. A lot of people don't want help. They literally don't want help. They just want to complain. They just want to be victims. That's what they want. That's it. They don't need help. And when somebody like you, who's like, I want to help them because I see they're struggling, and you're trying to help them, it's like hitting a wall. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and it only frustrates you more because you're like, why doesn't it work? I'm doing my best. And they don't get it. Because again, it's not your thing to solve. Only help people when they ask for help. That's like my lesson number one. Only help people when they ask for help. If they don't ask for help, it's not your problem to solve. It's their own reality with their own choices. And if they suffer, they chose to suffer. because everybody can choose to see something good or to see something bad. It's a choice we make every single day, and you cannot force others to see what you see. You can tell them, but that's it. Tell them once and ask for them to ask for help. As to having more energy, I think it's important for all of us to take care of ourselves more, especially in these moments, to focus more on our energy. And you can increase your energy exercising, eating well, napping, taking a bath, meditating, talking to yourself and figure out what's kind of using like your CPU, because our mind is like a CPU. So if you have too many processes at the same time, of course, it's like overloading and it's getting super hot, and you don't have any energy left to sustain other things that you really need. So I would always kind of clean up the processes. What am I focused on right now at the same time? What's going on in my head right now? Am I worried about money, about clients, about doing the dishes, about my best friend, about I should have worked more, about how many things go through my head at the same time? And I need to kind of shut them down and be like, okay, how do you do shift delete, or how is thing that you completely shut it down? So that's what we need, to completely shut it down, not just close it, but completely shut down. Focus on one thing at a time. When you're doing something, don't have in the back of your mind, oh, I should be doing the other thing too. Oh, what's my friend thinking right now? Oh, are my family safe? What is the news right now going on? How many deaths are already in the world? No. If you're cooking, just cook and enjoy that. If you're doing laundry, just do laundry. Don't do laundry and solve everybody's problems at the same time. You're not productive that way. It's actually, you're getting more tired and you don't know why. So people who apparently do nothing but they're super tired is because they think too much, and not in a good way. They're not solving the world's problems. They're just having the same repetitive thoughts day after day after day after day with no solution inside, just frustration. So I would be very aware of what's going on and what do I want to keep and what do I want to focus on right now. So focus on one thing, do whatever you can to kind of finish that thought, so you can just put it in a box and then focus on something else, and that keeps on going. Or distract yourself. Watch something funny. Laughing changes the whole chemistry in the body and your whole mindset. So laugh as much as possible, because it will change whatever you're going through. So watch funny things. TikTok is a very good source for laughing. I watch TikTok a lot with my husband, especially during this time, because it's just funny, stupid things and we love them. So it makes us laugh for no reason, apparently. I just watch a dog doing some shit stuff and I'm laughing for just laughing in 2 seconds, and it would be surprised at what stupid things I laugh, and I'm I never know I like that thing. I never know that thing could be hilarious, and it is. So just kind of try that. So that was the coffee talk from today. Thank you for asking questions. I will see your comments after I'm done with this. We get started again next Monday. If we have any questions for you, you can email them to me, or you can just let them in comments, where I will kind of post a few hours before every live, what's the topic, the main topic, and what questions do you have for it. Also, I posted down the 3 things I can do for you in the month of April. So only for April. They're not going to be here after April because I'm doing other projects and I won't have time for this. You can work with me privately for 70% off. You cannot buy it. You can just book a free call with me to see if I can actually help you. You can join my April group, where I will coach you every single day and we talk only about money. So from financial education to manifesting money, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm excited because I want to create more money in my business next month. So I will do the same thing live with everybody with my own goals and my own money goals. So again, you cannot buy that. You can just book a call to see if you are a great fit for my group. It's a small group. I don't let everybody join. I have to vet everybody who joins. So that's why less people, but valuable people that I really think I can help. Or you can buy my module Wealth, where we talk about how to save money, how to pay off debt, how to make sure what are your priorities, how to invest money, how to manifest money. But that's just lessons. So you don't get a group, you don't get coaching with me, you don't get anything. You only get the lessons. That's why it's so cheap. It's only $50 down from $200, because it's do-it-yourself kind of process. You have the course forever, it's your module forever to keep. I'm not going to take it away from you, but it's just the lessons. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you're going to have an amazing Friday. What are your Friday plans in quarantine? So actually today is a friend of mine birthday, so I think I'm going to have a glass of wine in her honor, even though we're not going to be together, but at least I will kind of celebrate her with a glass of my favorite wine. We bought a really nice wine a month ago, and I've been dying to open it, and I'm gonna do it tonight and probably just watch a movie and chill. So enjoy your Friday evening, enjoy your weekend, and see you again on Monday. Bye.